Now we will learn all about muscular tissue, its types, functions, and locations. Before we learn about types of muscular tissue, let us discuss about the cells that make up this tissue. Muscle cells are elongated and narrow, so they are also called as muscle fibers. Muscle cells are typically arranged in parallel manner. Muscle cells contain a special type of protein called as contractile protein. Body movements are brought about by contraction and relaxation of contractile proteins present in these cells. Muscles play a role in almost every activity of an animal, including movements of limbs, movement of heart, movement of blood vessels, passage of food through alimentary canal. Do you remember peristalsis? Yes, that is also possible because of muscular tissue. There are three types of muscular tissue. As you can see in the diagram, they are divided into three groups based on cell structure, location, and the function they serve. First, let us talk about skeletal muscles. Cells present in this type of tissue are long and cylindrical. As you can see in the diagram, they are multinucleated too. The cells are multinucleated as a result of fusion of many myoblasts that fuse to form such long muscle fiber or muscle cell. Myoblasts are basic or fundamental cells that modify structurally, means they fuse together to form long muscle cells. When you observe these cells under microscope, you see alternate light and dark bands or stripes. So this type of muscle tissue is also called as striated muscle tissue. Due to presence of repeated arrangement of two type of contractile proteins, actin and myosin, we can see striations on muscle tissue or striations on cells of muscle tissue. Striated muscles occur in muscles of limbs, face, neck, tongue, pharynx, even in diaphragm. At most of the places, they are attached to the bones. So they are called as skeletal muscles. So, do you remember how these muscles attach to the bones? Yes, right. With the help of tendons. Tendons are connective tissues that join bones to muscles. Okay, so this was small revision. Let us get back to skeletal muscles. These skeletal muscles are powerful and undergo rapid contraction and relaxation to cause movement. These muscles can get tired and may need rest. Now, let us discuss next type of muscular tissue, that is smooth muscles. The movement of food in alimentary canal or contraction and relaxation of blood vessels are involuntary movements. We cannot start or stop them simply by our wish. Smooth muscles or involuntary muscles control these movements. They are called as smooth or unstriated because cells of this tissue do not show any strips or striations. Each cell is long, narrow, spindle shaped with pointed ends and have only one nucleus. These muscle fibers are shorter than striated muscle fibers. This type of muscular tissue occurs in walls of alimentary canal, walls of blood vessels. They are also present in iris, and ciliary muscles in eyes also are of this type. Third type of muscle tissue is cardiac muscle tissue. They occur only in heart. These muscle tissue or these muscles show characteristics of both smooth and striated muscles with only one totally different variation. Cardiac muscles are composed of branched muscle fibers or muscle cells, and branches form network. So here the cells are branched and joined to each other. Each fiber or cell is uninucleated, means having only one nucleus. Cells show striations of actin and myosin proteins just like striated muscles. In addition, these muscles also show dense network of cross bands called as intercalated impulse. Of course, this fact is not mentioned in your book, but when you have a look at cardiac muscles, surely you will wonder what are these cross band like structures. So I have told you. So cells of cardiac tissue are cylindrical, branched, striated, and uninucleate. Cardiac muscles contract and relax rapidly, rhythmically, and tirelessly throughout the life. Like striated muscle tissues, they don't get fatigued. This contraction and relaxation of heart muscles help to pump and distribute blood to various parts of the body.